Well, take a bow, James Wade. He survived 2 match starts yesterday against music teacher Dan Lowby, but tonight it was simply a breathtaking performance from the world number 10, who was Michael van Gerwen. Michael van Gerwen. It was a darting masterclass from Wade, and van Gerwen, the defending champion, had no answers. A 3-yard average of 102.45 for Wade, a double success rate of 53%, and a brilliant highest checkout of 161 sees him move into the semi-final, where he will meet Gary Anderson, who we saw beat Dawson Michelle just a few moments ago. Here is the semi-final lineup then. Peter Wright versus Rob Cross is coming up very, very soon. And then a little bit later on, we will see Gary Anderson taking on James Wade, the man we've just seen beat Michael van Gerwen. But next up for us, the first of our semi-finals, and it's world champion Rob Cross taking on the world number 2 in 2017 UK Open champion Peter Wright. These two, their head-to-head record is 4-4 plus 1 draw. We'll find out now who will come out on top in the first of our Vegas semi-finals. This should be a belter. We'll hand you to the Mandalay Bay Hotel and John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semi-final stages of the William Hill US Darts Masters, coming to you from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, Las Vegas! Special welcome to our viewers joining us on ITV Sport and the millions joining us around the world. It's time to meet the semi-finalists. Firstly, would you please welcome from England, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 6 PDC ranking events, he is the reigning champion of the world, vaulting, Rob And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to meet Scotland's number 1. He is the former German Masters champion and UK Open champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started! Well, we're all just getting our collective breath back after that majestic performance from James Wade to stun Michael van Gerwen in the quarterfinals. Rob Cross against Peter Wright. Gary Anderson against James Wade. The semi-finals at the Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas. The world champ, who was very impressive in beating Michael Smith in the quarterfinals, Peter Wright less so in winning his quarterfinals, squeezing past Daryl Gurney. Expect the unexpected, I think, from Peter Wright. We certainly expect him to get a lot better. He Hasn't been at his best, far from it, over the 24 hours here in Las Vegas. But he is the #1 seed. And surely playing the world champ will bring the best out of Snakebite.
Well, he's already tinkered in one regard, in that sleeve that he was wearing on his throwing arm has been discarded. Just seeing if he is throwing the same darts as he was earlier on. Already changed them once in this tournament. It would not be that surprising, to be honest, for Peter Wright to change a set of darts every single time he gets up on the stage. It was a drastic change for his match earlier on, Peter Wright against Darryl Gurney. He'd gone from a 24-gram dart in the opening round to a 14-gram dart.
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Rob to throw first. Game on.
So the format remains the same. First to 8, best of 15. There's one little difference. There will be a break after 7 legs. That'll do nicely.
74.
Well, Rob Cross hit 7 180s in his incredible victory over Michael Smith earlier on.
91.
These do appear to be the same darts he was using earlier on, Peter Wright. So 14 grams. Think about a £2 coin, that weighs 12 grams. So these are dinky little
93.
things.
But at least he has stuck with them for 2 matches on the spin. But I actually no, those flights are different.
140.
The flights are different. The flights he used in beating Darryl Gurney were more transparent. So I do stand corrected. We haven't got the same darts 2 matches running.
Tournament averages for these two from their opening couple of games, there is a chasm between them. Around about 15 points. If they play as they've played so far in this tournament, there is only one winner, and that is the world champion Rob Cross. But as we've just seen from James Wade, he had to survive match darts from Danny Lorby, the young American, in round 1, and then stepped it up to one of his best performances on a big stage for a long, long while.
It was the old James Wade. The end. Only got a dart and a ball after starting with a 174.
65.
So Tina Wright here
70.
with an unexpected chance to pinch the opening leg of this semi-final. That's a beauty.
Yeah, he's gone a first.
So that break a throw.
Peter to throw first. Game on.
Pretty even in their head-to-head records between these two. Played 9, 1 draw, 4 wins apiece. So very, very even. The most recent came in a final in a Pro Tour event just last month, about 3 weeks ago. That was when Peter Wright claimed his first title for 9 months since he won the German Darts Masters, the World Series event at the back end of last year.
60.
Significant weekend for both of these guys because it was Rob Cross's first title since winning the World Championship, Peter Wright's first title for several months. Just announcing that they might be coming back into some form ahead of this really vital period, the World Series events and the World Match Play coming up.
Yeah, Van Gerwen, of course, will be the big favourite to win the World Match Play later this month at Blackpool. But
100.
I think it's wide open. I think there's a real possibility that we'll see a brand new name on the World Match Play trophy. That's for the future.
134.
For the present here, the world champ is trying to hit back after losing that opening leg.
30.
Snakebite left scratching his head after that visit.
100.
Yeah, I mean, his tournament average is 88, and that's where he's at the moment. Very unright.
57.
Light.
Robbie Require 107.
His last two visits have been desperately disappointing. The Rob Cross here should level this semi-final up. At double 16.
Yeah, he's on the second leg. Rob Cross.
A dart thrown with authority as Rob Cross breaks back. It is the same format for the semi-finals as the quarter-finals. The same for the final as well. It's first to 8 legs, although there will be a break in the middle of these games, which can have an effect.
180.
It's fair to say this match is all over the place. Not quite sure what to expect.
135.
There we have it, 180, followed by 41. Rather summing up the way that Peter Wright has played in Las Vegas these last couple of days.
134. 95. Robbie Require 132.
No need to go for the bullseye with this first one, so treble 20 is where we'll start. Nothing wrong with that at all. 3 clear darts at double 16. Hold his throw for the first time and go into the lead for the first time.
100. Robbie Require 32. Yeah, shot on the third leg, Rob Cross. Well, they get Peter to throw first. Game.
Peter Wright had a 180 in that leg, didn't get a dart to the double.
But Rob Cross, 3 legs in, is already averaging over the 100, as he's been doing all the way through this tournament. And he's been telling everybody who'll listen right the way through that 4-month Premier League spell, I'm going to find my feet sooner or later, and I'll start putting in these big ton-plus averages game after game after game after game. 3 weeks ago, wins his first title of the year since becoming world champion. And here in Vegas, he is turning it on.
108.
Important match for Peter Wright. He hasn't been too far away. I mean, he has been consistent since the World Championship, trouncing at Taylor, and it was. 3 finals, 4 semi-finals, 10 quarter-finals. He's been there or thereabouts. But I was chatting to him before the World Cup of Darts.
43.
He's very honoured to represent England there, although it didn't result in a victory. And he was saying that the pressures and the toll of the Premier League was difficult to adjust to, you know, and it is first time round. He said, I wouldn't have missed it for the world, and they'll be back to have another crack at it next year, but
60.
Wait till that's over and you'll see the real Rob Cross, and he's getting there.
He's giving it the old Mervyn King really there, Rob Cross.
100. PJ Maguire 161.
Clowning about. But he has left himself the biggest check out in the game, Rob Cross.
50. Robbie require 170.
Not going to go. But he does set it up magnificently, and Peter Wright's poor effort in the previous turn may come back to haunt him. Double 16.
95. Robbie require 36.
Well, the last two legs he's hit 180s, Peter Wright. Could lose them both.
Yeah, he's on the fourth leg.
Two legs on the spin for the world champ.
Then they get to Rob to throw first. Game on. $135.
Well, I said at the start of this, if they throw to their tournament averages, there's only one winner. They are thrown to their tournament averages. It's around about 87 for Peter Wright. It's 102 for Rob Cross.
140.
Got fans everywhere he goes in the world, Peter Wright. Never underestimate the power of a distinctive image.
140.
At the moment, there really does look to be only one winner.
95.
As there was for all of that final quarter-final. You are just joining us, the defending US Masters champion and the world #1, Michael Van Gerwen, ceremoniously dumped out of the tournament here in Vegas by an inspired James Wade. Wade winning 8-3, and he will now face Gary Anderson in our second semi-final.
96. Robbie Maguire, 167.
Could do with the treble.
100.
There it is.
Robbie Maguire, 170.
Can he?
No.
Robbie Maguire, 67.
Rob Cross for a 4-1 lead. Double 8 needed. Moving a long way over to the right-hand side.
51.
Unable to spear it in from out wide. Wright did get a dart for that 111 check out in the previous leg. But he won't get a dart for the 110.
65. Robbie Maguire, 16.
For 4-1 and 4 straight legs. Double forward, gets there in the end.
Seems like it's key to the throw first.
Is there any way back? The #1 seed here in Vegas.
Well, there may be a way back. He's hit 3 180s, but unfortunately for Peter Wright, the 180s have been islands of excellence
80.
in a sea of mediocrity so far in this game. Islands are no good.
140.
Which is better. He needs a lot more of this as well, Peter Wright.
108.
Well, it's taken him 6 legs to hit a maximum, but he hasn't needed to before now.
$105.
And another.
106. 170.
Well, that'll do.
Peter Aguirre,
350 with 6 darts. And he's only going to get 1 dart.
40.
Well,
Robbie Aguirre,
this would be a
71.
real steal. 6 fantastic darts. Treble 20, treble 20, treble 20. And again, bullseye. 1 dart 2 for the world champ at tops.
Yeah,
5-1. Another break of throw. And Rob Cross is doing to the world number 2 what James Wade did to the world number 1 just a few minutes ago.
42.
5 out of 9. Doubles spot on, scoring spot on, score line spot on.
140.
Now there will be a break at the end of this leg, and these can change games. Remember Gary Anderson last year taking on Darrell Gurney, looked in control of the game, there was a break, Gurney came back out and just started battering in the 180s and turned the match around. Peter Wright will be delighted that this break is coming, because he needs to just regather his thoughts and come out all guns blazing in the climax of this match.
99.
And if he could just break back here, 5-2, there might be a route back into this game.
140.
Just when he thought it was safe.
140. Peter Aguirre, 161.
That's the first part of the equation.
137.
Well, he's got a chance.
Peter Aguirre, 120.
He had a big chance in the last leg. Rob Cross produced some fantastic darts. Can he make it 6 of the best? 6 legs on the spin.
Can he find that treble? He's blocked a bit of it, but not that bit of it. Peter Wright looks up at the screen and sees Rob Cross pin the Shanghai checkout. The world number 2 is getting a hiding from the world champion in the opening semi-final here, and Voltage is 2 legs away from a place in his first World Series final. Rob Cross, the world champion, playing like a world champion and playing just as he did at Alexandra Palace when he went all the way to the biggest title in the sport. Shanghai checkout of 120 before the break has put him 6-1 up, 2 legs away from a place in his first World Series of Darts final, and that 101.5 average. Well, he's been throwing over the 100 right the way through this event. 60% on doubles. Peter Wright, just the 1 leg, only been allowed 4 attempts at double so far in this one. It has not been particularly impressive from the world number 2 and top seed, and something needs to change drastically if he's going to get back into this semi-final.
Yeah, won the opening leg against the darts.
Eric Leg, it's Peter to throw first.
Not really had a look in, but Rob Cross, those 6th and 7th legs, Wright really should have won them. We saw 180 and 170 and 6 darts to give Rob Cross the victory opportunity in the 6th leg, and then a terrific 120 out to take the 7th leg. So 2 more required.
140.
Well, each 180 he's hit so far has been to no avail. It's been to a losing cause. That's his fourth. The previous three, he lost every leg.
96.
Well, Peter Wright's average has climbed up to almost 98. In fact, just over 98 now. But it's kind of kept artificially high by the fact he's only been allowed 4 darts at double. Because Rob Cross is scoring pretty well, and whenever he gets a chance, he's taking it out.
171.
Right, just to put some pressure on, how about that? Another brilliant set-up shot from the world champion. But this for his best leg of this semi-final. Got to just clip off the barrel, surely.
57.
Well.
Robbie Uruguay, 94.
Again from nowhere. 171. Now 94.
Double. Well, right shot, but couldn't execute it properly.
Uruguay, 24.
So surely Peter Wright claims this leg.
Again, the perfect marker. How difficult will that make it? Very.
9 score. Robbie Uruguay, 58.
I think Peter Wright possibly knows now his race in Vegas is run.
Some of the stuff hasn't been very good from Peter Wright today. That was unlucky.
Critical. 64% check-out success rate for the world champ. Don't forget, in his first round, Rob Cross was 6 out of 8, so he's actually 60% for the tournament so far.
100.
It's the finishing that we saw in London at the Alexandra Palace which took him to the World Championship. It was that good throughout the tournament.
And at crucial times as well. This is set to be Rob Cross's 5th win over the world number 2 in 10 matches, and it is set to be by far the biggest margin of victory in any game these two have contested.
60.
James Wade and Gary Anderson to follow.
Well,
there you see the tournament average for Rob Cross at 102. That is title-winning stuff. Peter Wright,
134.
90 just ain't enough, I'm afraid.
$140.
6 darts from here for the world champion. Oh dear.
43.
Possibly his worst visit of the entire match. Probably his worst visit of the entire match.
If he follows it with one of his best, it won't matter
99. Robbie Uruguay, 164.
Treble 18, treble 20, bull. Often Rob Cross looks to knock the odd number off first. He did, but he couldn't find it.
57. Uruguay, 78.
2 poor visits for the world champion. So a dart at tops. Finally something for Peter Wright to celebrate.
And Leggett to the throw first. Game on.
1 down, 6 to go.
Well, he kind of rode his luck against Joe Huffman in the opening round, the American Got 4 legs off him. Kind of rode his luck against Daryl Gurney in what was a bit of a slog in the quarterfinals. Again, it was just a 2-leg margin of victory. But the luck may have run out for the world number 2 here against Voltage, who has just been too hot to handle.
57.
But he's gone off the boil.
He has a little.
The last 3 visits from
100.
the world champ, 40 odd, 50 odd, 50 odd.
57.
50 odd. I just see him walking back saying rubbish.
125.
We have seen Peter Wright produce unlikely comebacks. Remember against Gary Anderson at the Grand Slam of darts. On a succession of legs at the end of the match, just to pit
60.
his fellow Scotsman.
I was going to say, nothing more than a maximum will do.
140. Peter require 160.
Another chance to stay in this semi-final.
Does leave this finish a lot. Well practiced at taking it out. And it goes.
7-legged rock to throw first. Game.
Back-to-back legs for Peter Wright, something he's not managed in this game so far.
2 down, 5 to go.
59.
Stuttering close to the finishing line here, Rob Cross.
Well, we did say those mid-game breaks, they can change games.
140.
And in the 3 and a bit legs that we've seen since that break, Rob Cross's average has nosedived a good 4 or 5 points.
60.
And it is very, very close to being level with Peter Wright in a game where you would say for the vast, vast majority, Rob Cross has been the far superior player.
83.
Quite often, that last leg, that last double, is the hardest to win.
The main problem Peter Wright has is that if this were first to 9, say, he'd have some margin for error, but he knows in this situation, just 1 bad leg, a couple of bad visits back to back, and his chance could go.
140.
For the first time now averaging more than his opponent.
It's very
strange, isn't it? How it goes sometimes. The world champ was relentless. 1 bad leg.
69. Robbie Maguire, 141.
So Peter Wright returns to win another one.
101. Peter Maguire, 32.
He's looking at double 16. He will have a better
Robbie
chance.
Maguire, 40.
There's 3 at double 16. Surely the last he'll throw in Vegas this year.
There is no margin for error. And Peter Wright did a... But Rob Croft does not. An 8-3 win. A convincing display for most of it from the world champion. Kind of fell over the line in the end, but the top seed is out. Voltage is through. He will compete in his first ever World Series of Darts final. His opponent, either James Wade the Machine or the Flying Scotsman Gary Anderson.